my shirt today. I like yours too.
I love that. I was trying not to like look at the boobage, but I was like, let me.
Like there is.
Let's see. Do I have this on the right one?
Are you okay if I grab a glass of water?
Yes, make yourself at home, please, please, please. Oh, this one. And watch for like the residue at the end. I don't know why we're getting that, but all of a sudden we're getting that on our cups.
On the water?
I think it's the cheap dishwashing soap. Oh, there's the one for the fridge. I think it's that cheap dishwashing soap, and it leaves that residue.
I know.
Yeah. But like goodness, you can't afford the good stuff anymore, even at Costco. I'm so tired.
But you can make your own.
That's true. And
we should do some segments on that stuff because
we should.
I make my own laundry detergent.
So it probably lasts you forever, doesn't it?
We could teach. Yeah, you can make like an entire
jug.
Of it.
And it's good, right? What about bleach? Can you make your own bleach? What do you do for bleach? You gotta do bleach.
Yeah, I haven't discovered that, but I know people that do make their own bleach.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
And they make their own hydrogen peroxide too.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I need to get more into that kind of stuff, like the natural stuff. Okay, ready? So
I'm ready.
Ding.
Ding dong.
Dong. Okay, we're gonna go live. Okay, so we are live on YouTube, and then we're gonna get live on TikTok. Hey guys, what's up?
Hello.
Eventually, we're gonna have to make this official and make it a real podcast on a real platform.
Yeah. We're taking volunteers.
Yes, exactly. Where do you guys use? Let me know. Okay.
I'd also like to put the February 26th meeting live. So
yes,
anybody
absolutely.
that would like, I reached out and asked Montanans against data centers.
Oh yeah, that group. Yes.
See if we could go live on there.
Oh, I think they would let you.
I think so.
They're good. They're very anti.
Yes.
And they even want me to be admin of their page.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you push down the bottom of the phone? It just appears a little bit big. There we go.
Was that enough?
Maybe just a little bit more.
There we go.
There we go. That's the thing is you can't ever see over the comments.
Okay.
Okay.
A couple housekeeping items. Montana's digital prison, the AI data center education night is February 26th. That's next Thursday at 6 p.m. Broadview Community Center. Same over here. Broadview Community Center, 6 p.m. February 26th.
Come learn what these really are. That's what this is. We've got to stop as a society, like depending on our government to take care of us, because this government right now is not going to take care of us. And that's what this really is. That's what, like, we're trying to expose it and like bring it from the horse's mouth. This isn't goobish. This isn't like something that so far-fetched. Like, yes, our government is doing this to us actively as we speak right now. These are actively happening to us.
And the people that are supposed to represent us are not representing us. And they're not even willing to help us fight against this.
Not even a little bit.
That's how apparent it is to me that they're just a giant corporation under the shell of the U.S. government corporation.
It is mind-boggling to me that we've made such a big noise in this area alone, and we still yet to find a hero in this area. Shameful. Absolutely
Where are our
shameful.
heroes? Here's the petition, guys. This is everyone's petition. This issue is nonpartisan. It affects us all. This will affect generations to come.
Guys, they're putting their waste, and they think that this is actually a solution. They're putting their wastewater, their forever chemical, industrial chemical, forever chemical. Those go hand in hand. Industrial chemical, forever chemical go hand in hand. They are putting it back into the earth like, oh yeah, that's the greatest idea ever. We have a super volcano. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but we have a super volcano, at the Yellowstone. And when that goes kaboom, I don't want to be like, oh, it was the wastewater that we were putting back into the earth violently. I mean, there's got to be a time where Montana, we wake up. And I think what's happening is I think that our elected officials are afraid of their wake up. And I think on both sides.
I think they're all in on it.
I think they're all afraid of it. I don't think any of them know what the hell they're doing. And they didn't take this last session serious enough. Because if you watch Senate Bill 212, they voted that stuff in 4 minutes. From top to finish, 4 minutes. Not one question. There's not been one question from the Democrats on data centers that have been good in the committee hearings. They're more like Sherry Essman from freaking Billings, Montana, had a better question for Katie Zolikoff about the water. And that's a Republican to Republican. Where's our Democrats? I just want some Democrats. So an exciting thing that we're doing also, we're going to go up. We're going to hit every small town, every little town from here to Judith Gap, because this is your aquifer. This aquifer that we're sitting on, that this data center is going to sit on, it's going to hit you. And here's why. Because since 2005, they have been doing a water pipe from Judith Gap to Broadview. And it's a little interesting timing because it has taken this much time, like $68 million of Montana taxpayer money, right? To build this water pipe to Broadview, right? And then all of a sudden data centers just show up like right before it's all cleared. And they were able to get their extension to where to their data center, which is 2 miles out of town. So you gotta tell me there's some trickery going on somewhere.
Here's your aquifer.
Yes, there it is.
I have a diagram of it, if you can see it. But you can look this up as well.
Everything you get from us here at Just for Montana is from the horse's mouth. We do the research. We look up the video clips. We look up the aquifers. We look up the water information, the electricity information. Everything we tell you is from a source. This is not a thought process. This is not like, well, I feel. These are actual facts. Can I see that? I didn't see that.
So I included it in my minutes from that city council meeting because I had to tell city council where the aquifer was. What aquifer we were on.
Because they have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, they just thought it was deep wells. Or that was the response they gave me.
Well, didn't one of them even say, I thought this was just to fill the solar panels?
Yeah.
We did a meeting in Broadview, Montana. We had over 100 people standing room. I'm going to take a copy of that, or a picture of that. We had standing room. Cassie goes, like the warrior that she is, to the town council, and one of the people on the town council looks at her and goes, oh, I thought this was just a field of solar panels. Can we get over that? Broadview, this is not a field of solar panels. This is a 5,000 up to 20 buildings, each building being 200 to 300,000 square feet. I can't even imagine what that looks like.
400 million something.
Yeah, 400 million square feet. 400 million square feet in one place. And then on top of that, so that's 5,000 grazing land, farmland. Don't do it. She just knocks stuff over just to do it. Okay, sorry, the cat. Oh, you want to protect your water. She sees it.
She's coming for my water? Yeah. They're coming for my water.
Exactly.
Quantica's coming for my water.
Penny, don't be Quantica.
I'm on the aquifer as well.
And there are 321 wells on this aquifer, by the way. That is 321 lives. That's 321 mouths. That's dreams. That's cows. That's sheep. That's wheat. That's everything that anyone would grow out there. So now that I've got on my high horse. Okay, so let's find let's go there, and then we'll talk about how we're getting responded.
Okay, we found a law. So Montana Code annotated 2025, Title 76, Land Resources and Use, Chapter 25, Montana Land Use Planning Act, Part 3, zoning. Interim zoning ordinances. Okay.
What does that do?
And here's what it does. So 76-25307, interim zoning ordinances. 1, a local government to protect the public safety, health, and welfare, and without following the procedures otherwise required prior to adopting a zoning regulation, may adopt an interim zoning ordinance as an urgency measure to regulate or prohibit uses that may conflict with a zoning proposal that the governing body is considering or studying or intends to study within a reasonable time. Number 2, before adopting an interim zoning ordinance, the governing body shall first hold a public hearing upon notice reasonably designed to inform all affected parties. A notice must be published as provided in 7-1-4127. We're going to get into that in just a second. Number 3 of this law is an interim zoning ordinance takes effect immediately on passage and approval after first reading and may be in effect no longer than 1 year from the date of its adoption. Number 4, a local government may not act under the authority provided for in this section until the local government has adopted a land use plan and zoning regulations pursuant to this chapter. Guys, what this means is that we have to approach city council
First.
Because
they have to, okay, so city council, even though this is in the county, right? The data center's in the county, we have to approach city council first. And what do we have to get city council to do?
We want them to adopt an interim zoning ordinance as an urgency measure to regulate or prohibit uses that may conflict with a zoning proposal that the governing body is considering or studying or intends to study within a reasonable time. Here's our problem.
Is it Broadview, by the way?
Broadview.
So we need Broadview to do this.
We need Broadview City Council.
There we go.
Who has said that they're not going to do it. We have to go over to the notice of 7-1-4127. So we have to take these measures in our petition. So
those measures are probably like the first name, last name, email, address, and then like a signature from them. It's probably what they go away. Go get your.
But Broadview residents, if anyone watching is from Broadview, here I am. Please, we need boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
So I'm gonna sit down and
I think this weekend
for days. Yeah, for days. I'm gonna pour over this and I'm gonna come up with this petition. I need help. We need help. We're
up against major money. We are like late to this party. We are late to this fight. So the more that we have people that are on the grounds helping us, getting into these elected officials' faces, hey, I care, hey, I need a body. That's what we need, because that's what we're up against. And here's the thing, they can keep their money shoved up their ass, because we, the people, that's where our power is. When we stand together, especially Montanans, you cannot beat us. You cannot beat us. And these data centers go against everything that our laws, our constitution say about our public health, our environment. The data centers go absolutely against our constitution. And not one elected official should have voted yes on this, because our constitution says that it's not allowed, as well as our laws. Okay, bye-bye. We love you so much. Go get
so if any of you would like to go and look this up, it's 300 pages that you must pour over and another 244 pages on the Yellowstone Board of Planning Growth Project. So that was adopted in 2008. The growth policy update happened. The final draft was the update land use final draft was updated in 2023.
Now in 23, did they say, because data centers, I just want this noted, data centers were not a thing in 23. They became a thing when Trump got back in. Shocking, I know. But when Trump had all those tech guys sitting at the front row of his inauguration, there was a reason for that. These data centers. So I'm wondering if that's even making it stronger for us, because I bet data centers weren't even mentioned.
No, they're not. They're not. I've poured over the document. I've gone page for page because they do have a concordance. So you can go through, and I've just gone through. And
so what was their big idea like in 2023? Like what?
I
to
have
get
no
water
idea. For industrial, this is the only one that I could possibly find. A general area where industrial uses may be concentrated over the 20-year time horizon. Industrial uses refer to businesses engaged in manufacturing, processing, fabrication, and assembly of materials and products. Areas designated as industrial typically have access to 2 or more major transportation routes, which Quantica happens to mention on their site.
Wait. Read that to me. Read that last line. An assembly of
areas designated as industrial typically have access to 2 or more major transportation routes.
What major transportation routes do they have? They have Highway 3 and that's it.
Well, on their website, they're saying that they are part of the transportation hub or whatever.
Oh, that's because they're by the... So they want to stay by that coal strip transmission. That's what that is. So the coal strip transmission is... That's how they're going to... All the data centers to talk to each other. Because it's so important that they talk to each other. Which I don't even know if that's... I think that's a fucking ruse. I really do. Why do these data centers need to talk to each other? You're not even hiring people for people to sit in these data centers. So what the computers...
No.
Like...
And
it makes no sense.
I found one where it's if you have rentals, and because Quantica said that they're leasing the space out, like that's what a data center does. They lease the space to the
like Quantica
software
right now, yeah. Customer, like
engineer or whoever that is building the AI app. And because this is an AI training facility, basically. So they'll be collecting data in order to train future AI.
AKA put us out of business.
AKA put us all out of business, including our children.
White collar jobs, they're coming for you.
So then I went into like the water and things like that. But you can go on there. If you want to pour over that document, I'm actually going to go grab my phone because one of the things that I did find in there was in part 6.
Oh, yes, Yellowstone County thing. Yes.
And that was in Yellowstone County planning, which City of Broadview adopted. So I went through that document. And they adopted it.
So they voted on it.
Resolution 289. They know they voted on it. They voted it in. So they're in on it. They are in on that, on this 2008 planning. They're in on it. And this is that water system that's like, the sewer system is going to be hitting the up and running by May, they said? May. And they've been waiting since 2007. Yep. And that pipeline coming down, I have some confirmation from the horse's mouth that they are not going to be able to hook onto that. They're not? No. I don't trust that at all. Because, but what I don't trust is, come on, Stillwater. Stillwater, are you here? Oh, we need to go to Stillwater. We've been ignoring Stillwater. Stillwater, are you here? Please bring your Stillwater friends. Because I have a feeling we need to pay attention to Stillwater because that's where that 40,000 acres is that they're leasing. And
So we
I'm
need to
wondering
look at
if they're
Rapid
going to
J.
go through that area for water.
Okay, so if they had to, does Rapid J have any government? Does Rapid J, do they have a town council?
Rapid J, I did not find anything. The closest I found was Columbus.
So I'm wondering if we should go to Columbus and see what they're doing in Columbus about data centers.
Yeah, Columbus. That needs to be an action item. We're coming up with action items, so if you have an action item, put it in the comments. And I want to go over to that part 6
Yes.
that I was telling you guys about. And so part 6.
Do you think that the city council would have had to say yes on that 40,000 solar panel? Who would have had to say yes to that? Is that private
That's going to
property?
be Stillwater. That's going to be Stillwater.
Okay.
So we need to talk to Stillwater County about that, and we need to see if they've asked about hooking any kind of pipeline up to get their water. We need to pay attention to everything. So Stillwater, please contact. This would be a good action for somebody. In Stillwater, contact environmental. Stillwater County Environmental Agency. Contact them.
The other number?
I do. 406-322-8055.
Okay.
We want to see what kind of permits and things like that they're looking for as well. So
And they're slippery. So they go under Big Sky Digital, or they go under Quantica. They bought the property under Montana Properties LLC. And here's another thing. This one up in Quantica and the one up in Butte, Savvy. Oh, by the way, ready for this? Savvy, sons of bitches. Savvy's out in Butte. They want to expand their data center in Butte. They are also giving the federal government some ICE facilities. And they donated $500,000 to the Trump re-election campaign. I need to see if Quantica has. That's what we should look. See how dirty these guys are. This is not a coincidence that these guys are ending up in very, very red states, in very, very rural communities. And here's why. Because they're expecting us to be stupid. And we have been stupid. I will openly admit I have been stupid up to this point, right? I didn't know these things existed. That was my bad because I stopped paying attention to my local government. Okay. So when I caught on, immediately got the meetings going, did all this other stuff. But this is why they come here. They come here because our elected officials will pave the way for them. And they have. Our governor wants to turn farmland, ranch land into tech land. They want us to be the Virginia of the West. Virginia right now, because they have so many data centers, they have over 200. They have over 200, and they are the data center alley. Like Tornado Alley, but now they're the data center alley. And by the way, thank you, Kitty Zolikoff. We are now number 3 on the list of states that are open for business for data centers. Number 3. Yeah.
we can't.
And this benefits so little people. I just want this noted. This benefits so little people. The Zolikoffs, Daniel even said on the Senate floor on his wife's bill, 424, which, by the way, gave these data centers a less than 1% tax break. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, I work for this industry. I work for solar power battery storage. Oh, yeah, I might benefit off this. He didn't say benefit off this. You know, I'm going to cover my ass there, allegedly. But you can tell, like, he works in this industry. There's a reason why they have to stand up and accuse themselves of things. And there's a reason he did that, because he got called out in the committee. Well, why aren't you saying that you're on the board of Frontier Institute? Why aren't you saying that you work for, this industry? And they're the only bills that came up for data centers, another thing I want to be clear, are from 3 legislators that had something to gain from them. You had the Zolikoffs, they're married. They both gained from it. And then you had John Fitzpatrick, he is no friend to any Montanan. That guy is bought and paid for by Northwestern Energy. He used to lobby for them for like 20 years. And then now he's back. Oh, yeah, see, it snowed. Enjoy. Oh, there you go. Sorry. Kicking my pet out. I'm doing it right back in. Oh, it snowed. Hey, it snowed. Look, we finally got to stick. We finally have a little bit of snow. But John Fitzpatrick from Anaconda, he worked for Northwestern Energy for like 20 some years as their lobbyist. So now that he's back in the session, his 2 bills that he put up regarding data centers was for the data centers to make it easier for them to come to Montana, but sidestep the Public Service Commission. So they didn't even have to go there. They could just make it so much easier. That's why I'm saying that these guys are no friends to anyone in Montana. Not at all.
So let's talk about some meetings. Tomorrow we will be at the county commissioners meeting.
The Yellowstone County Commissioner.
They say that it's going to be at 9:00.
We're going to be there at 9:00. Jess,
that's when discussion is. So we're
Jess, it's been so many weeks. I've missed any of.
And here's that policy 6, that part 6 to that annotated 2025. So that policy 6 states that they have to identify development, compatibility, consistent with the landscape. Everyone here has been on Highway 3.
Yeah. All just land, just open, grazing land.
Beautiful.
Cows.
And
coyotes and
grass and antelope.
Yep.
Industrial huge monstrosity. Does not seem to me like it's consistent with the land.
And how many
the
miles
one thing these guys did in 2008 is at least allow us, thank you.
Yes.
How many years in the future?
This is what government should be doing. So what would happen now is if none of us caught this and the data center came in, these guys now that are elected officials would be like, oh, I had no idea this was going to happen. No one told me. And now because us citizens are now standing up saying, whoa, we got a problem here. These elected officials no longer have I had no idea. That goes right out the fucking window. The one thing I do not appreciate, Yellowstone County Commissioners, I'm going to put you on notice, I do not appreciate the pat heads. Do not pat us on the head. It's so cute that you care. Oh, you're worried about your water? Oh, you're worried about your electricity? Do not do that. You have every opportunity, Yellowstone County Commissioners, to stop this. This is your buddies.
This is what you are supposed to do. This is why you were elected.
Yes.
What is the point? What is it? You're just a giant corporation inside your shell corporation called the U.S. government. That's your shell corporation, isn't it?
And no good Montana would look at this, especially how this is sold in the committees, how this has come to Montana, all in a rush, would look at this and be like, oh, this is a great idea. They're going to take 8 million gallons of water per day. They're going to put forever chemicals in our water. They're going to take over 5,000 of our land, 40,000 for solar panels. This is a great idea. Said no good Montanan ever.
Why would we?
We love our state. I love driving down my highway in my state of Montana, and I get to see everything. I get to see the crazies. I get to see the prairies. I get to see the bear tooths. I get to see the coyote run. That is what we love. That is what we live for, right? I just had a job where I got to go drive all around the state. I'm loving it. I loved every second of it because everything about it is beautiful. I don't want to be driving down a highway oh yeah, there's the data center.
Oh, and there's the other one.
Oh, and there's the other one.
Because they bring their friends.
And they're going to bring their friends.
Do. They bring their
we
friends.
let this one in, then, and this is a hyperscale one. We do have some right now. And this is what so pisses me off about data centers, is that they just, on a shell company, they are so hard to track down. They are so hard to say, this is what it is. This is, you know what I'm saying? And so in the state of Montana right now, we have anywhere between 5 to 20. 5 to 20, not hyperscale, not, they're not taking the 500 megawatts or the 1,000 megawatts or the 250 megawatts, right? But once they do, your electrical bill is going to go up
70%.
70%.
That's
if you
1 month's worth
exactly
of energy in a
Energy.
day. In a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's your bill.
They're not going to pay for it, and they don't have to.
A day.
They do not have to pay for it. There's all these protections for them. There's all these protections for the billionaires, for the data centers. There's all this like tax, oh, bring your own energy. We'll love that. We'll give you less than one tax rate. You're going to give them a less than one tax rate no matter what, because you do not know how to negotiate with businesses. Here's the thing. There's got to be a time when our elected officials here in the state of Montana take off their knee pads. And they're like, you know what? Our workforce deserves better respect. Our workforce deserves, these are Walmart salaries. These are Walmart salaries, non-union Walmart salaries. Fuck you, unions, for even supporting this shit and backing it. Like you even have a dog in this fight. You didn't show up to one motherfucking bill the whole time. For you guys to get up on this high horse now and pretend that you care about these workers, stick it where the sun don't shine. Shameful. I have to do that. They piss me off so bad. These unions came in, didn't do anything during the session, and now they're crying like the little babies that they are because we're not allowing them at the table. And we're allowing them at the table. You got to return a phone call. We got to have a conversation. I know it's hard, but you got to have a conversation. Oh, it just drives me crazy. And to see our unions selling out our workforce for $20 to $23 an hour is unbelievable to me. It's all so frustrating.
So on the 26th,
yes,
Broadview Community Center, 6 p.m., we have a fantastic lineup. We have an architect who is going over not only the architecture of the data center,
but like what it is.
He's going into the planning, because that's what architects do. They have to go through and get permits. They have to go through, and they have to read so many pages.
So much.
So
they read that black and white writing that we would never read.
This man will be there talking about this. Please, show up. Suit up. Show up.
Here's the thing. And at some point in Montana, we got to look at each other face in the face and say, grow the fuck up. It is your responsibility to get your ass out of your house to get yourself to these. We have good candidates throughout the state of Montana. It is your responsibility to make sure that you put yourself in front of them. It is your responsibility to make sure that you show up to stuff like this. It is your responsibility. We do not have to sit here and beg you, like, please just come. This is going to be something that's going to affect your life, your child's life, your mama's life, your daddy's life, your grandpa's life. This is going to affect everything about you. You might as well learn what the fuck we're headed to. But it's up to you, Montana. It's up to you to show up.
We do. We need help. We need
extreme
help. And if you come in late to the party,
Stop it.
You don't have any excuse. You don't have any excuse. So thank you to those on here right now that are supporting us, that are gonna put boots to the ground on this petition. We need some boots to the ground on the Yellowstone petition, and we need some boots to the ground as far as getting the word out. We also need an attorney. I've called several attorneys, and I'm willing to do a mentor. I'm willing to pay just to have a mentor to teach me, which filing do we need now? See, this is so ridiculous. Isn't that ridiculous that we, who are not making any money off it, we're not making a dime off of this, we have to stand up as residents and fight our own government.
Yeah.
Our own local government, we have to fight. So that's the next step.
Yep.
So I'm putting together the petition. I pray that there's some people out there that want to put boots to the ground. Please.
Honestly,
your comments, send whatever you need to do. You can contact us. I mean, we're just normal people.
And honestly, I think out of 100 people, that in my experience of being involved in this for and here's the thing, no one's been involved in this shit for years. This has not been around for years. This has been around for months here in the state of Montana. So from November to now, out of 100 people, 3 will stand against us. Strong. Like there's no way you can break those 3. And honestly, out of 100, 97 agree with us. I've never been on an issue like that ever in my life. You know what I mean? Like I'm usually like, I'm fighting for the underdog, you know?
It's definitely nonpartisan. There's nothing that it affects us all.
I mean, I'm going to MAGA meetings. I'm going to Democratic meetings. I'm going to Republican meetings. I mean, I'm going across the gamut. I'm going to hunter and fisherman meetings. I'm going to the coal meetings. I'm going, I'm putting myself in the lion's den constantly because I know that I can get supporters out of that. I'll put myself in a room with like 2,000 fucking MAGA because even MAGA gets this. MAGA understands why this is so bad for our kids. This dog. Yes.
We could use some help. We could really use some help. I have so I've given some action items. Boots to the ground, like going around getting signatures because people want to see your face. They want to hear why. We all have our whys, and that's one thing that would be really great is if everyone would put boots to the ground and tell others their whys and start a conversation. Get a medium going of like, why are you against data centers?
Yeah.
Why? What's your why?
And if you have your why and you want to come on our podcast, I'd be more than happy to give you 2 minutes where you get to explain your name, who you are, where you're from, and why you hate data centers. Absolutely. And also, if you live next to a data center and you're getting affected by the electricity or the water, please reach out to me. I would love to have these stories to share with people in Montana that say, hey, look, guys, we already know where we're headed here. We've already seen this. We've seen this in Virginia, Colorado, Michigan, Wisconsin. That's what we want to see. So if you know anybody who, is dealing with a $900 electrical bill because of the data centers, my name is Just One Woman. Please, I would love to know that. Thank you guys so much for being here, by the way. Did you have enough?
So then another action item. We're taking this law that we discovered, that Bill discovered, we're taking it to the IPC, Interim Planning Commission, on March 5th at 4:30 p.m. in council chambers. That's where they're meeting.
See you there, Daniel Brooks. See you there.
Yes. And I want to planning division has been great. They've been very nice to me.
Good. They are Wyatt is awesome. Is Monica still there? She's wonderful.
I got to shout out to my Australian friend, Ben. He has been the only one there.
That's the one.
I swear they're not working very much.
That's the one thing I love about this process is you meet the most amazing people. You know?
Yes. And you meet people who are willing to stand up, even on President's Day.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So that one's at 4:30 p.m. IPC meeting 3-5. Okay. So action items. I'll be working on this petition.
Yep.
We'll get it out. You'll put it up
I'll
because
put it up.
It's going to be earlier than the next time that we meet, probably.
So then
I guess we're meeting on Friday.
Yeah. So I'll put it up. Gosh, I feel like there's something else we were going to talk about today. And right when we shut down the cameras, I'm I knew we missed something. Our experience or.
Oh, there's a meeting tomorrow. Also, there's that nuclear meeting at Crystal Tubles from Under the Earth. There's a nuclear meeting in Helena. If any of you are over that way, we would love it if one of you would go to it and tell us.
Yes, and then report
I'd like
back
to
to
go.
Montana.
It's 3 hours away.
It's 3 hours away. Yeah.
3 hours away. Do they have a North 40 in Helena? Because I need some non-GMO chicken feed. I got to go all the way to either Great Falls or Helena, so maybe I should just go tomorrow.
I could go with you.
I don't know. Yeah.
And I mean, I
See,
know
that's kind of the,
I can drive it.
yeah.
We could do our 10 o'clock and then just get in the car and go.
Yeah. See if, yeah. That
I can
works.
see if, and then just wait, are we going to stay the night or are we going to turn back around?
Mm.
Because I could see if my friend could take us up. I got friends in Helena that have tons of rooms. Or we could just get a hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're not bad. They're not badly priced there at all. They're like super cheap.
We'll see.
Or is she doing any kind of like logging in? Could we log in? Could we stream it?
I wonder if we could stream it.
We should call Crystal to stream.
Call Crystal. See if we can stream it. Because Crystal's coming to the February 26th. She's coming to that meeting.
Oh, good. I like her.
So that's very nice of
She
her.
was so good on the data centers. Like when she spoke, I remembered from Billions. I used some of her talking points.
Yeah. And she has a lot.
She's good.
Like she sent that article about labor and how they're including like even like a grocery store worker. They're including them in their labor workforce. Like we're going to be employing so many
Uber
people.
Eats. They actually include their Uber Eats. So if the construction guys like get Uber Eats like delivered, that's a worker. That is a worker. If there's a phone guy comes out to like set up the phones, that's a worker. And you know why they have to do that? Because they have to inflate the numbers because they're not giving any numbers. But now what we're seeing in the new data centers that are now coming out.
Most of us will do that with our taxes.
Exactly. But what they're doing now with the parking lots is they're no longer hiding it. They're just putting in like 2 to 4 parking spots. So you'll have these massive hypercell,
and just four parking spots for your 4 security guards.
What does that tell you, right? Like that tells you that they're going to replace their jobs.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Like they're not even trying to hide it.
Yeah, and I'm going to see about that planning and zoning, the one I found about rentals, because technically they're renting. You're renting, and you're renting like a lot of space. You're renting to thousands upon thousands of these software engineers, right? That are working with AI, training them so they can take over the world. I just had to add that. So, yeah.
And then also, I got to tell you.
Yeah, that's great.
I got to say.
I wonder if there's an ordinance about that.
There's a job posting for Quantica.
Oh, is there?
I looked today. I don't ever remember.
What is the
It's
job?
Jess Peterson's job at Houston, Texas. So it's like, when they're fucking bombing out with like the community, they call their PR guy, like come in and like and fix. Oh, can I see that thing that Jess Peterson put up?
Yeah.
So let me explain. So Quantica has a job opening for a communication like PR like kind of firm, right? That's how Jess got his job. So Jess Peterson owns the Western Sky Strategies here in Montana, and he gets all the nasty ones. So
I wonder if they'd hire us.
I wonder if they should. Charlie Baker, why don't you guys just like give us some money out of your millions? Do you know how much John Cheshire made? Did I tell you this? $650 million. So this is what Jess put up. This is Jess's like great little. This is how he's going to explain Quantica.
This way he can appeal to the little kitties.
Yeah,
too,
see,
because they all think that it's
how Trump of him.
But it's a color.
Yeah, see, look at that
page right out of a color book.
How offensive is that?
I mean,
that's pretty offensive.
They clearly believe that we are just idiots.
We're
idiots that are going to pour over 244 pages plus 300 pages of planning and zoning today. And that's why I look like this.
And someone made a trifold today as well. So, boom.
Yes. And she made a trifold today because we're going to be knocking on doors. So please.
We're coming to your neighborhoods.
Offer us a cookie instead of
Offer us a cookie and then give some money to Just One Montana because we're up against some major money. Okay, so do we think we got there? We're at 45 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's.
You think we're good?
I gotta get to ballet.
Okay.
And I brought dinner, so we'll be having
done. Okay, I think 45 minutes is good. So I read because everyone's like